Ua ho'ohana kākou I ka dara I ka hiko I ke pili. Hiki ke maikai ai ole maikai ole hiko I ke pili ai ole a'ohe correlation. Komo kākou I ka hiko I ke pili ma ke kai pakuhi kākou I ke kai ho'aia puni o ka hiko I ke pili e kokua mākou ma kokopui.
Ua ua haweo kumo I mako I na grass. Mahana grass aia na makia mea aole I ka pili me ka maikai. Ua oi mako I ka pili me ka maikai ole. Ole I ano kapakahi ka ulu ana o ke kumulao mako graph aka maka nana ana I ke kumulao ua ulu ia me ka maikai. Hiki ke ike manei no kuna ali ike kumulao ke ulu I lalo. Oia ke kumo o hewa. Ma ke ia mea pu ulua maikai ole ka ohowai ke koa ka mamane a me ka ali mako I ke pili aka ke nana oi ke kumulao ua ulu me ka maikai. Hiki ke mane kuna ali ke ulu me ke nā like I luna a lela ulu I lalo a lela I luna. Ma ke kai ana kumulao ka ohia ua hewa ki kai pili no kuna ari ki ka ohia ke ulu me ka wiki me kena ua ulo ia like nui a lela ulu I lalo lela luna a lela I luna hou. Aka hiki wale ka ohia ke ulu e hā inua ho kai mako hiki. Ua uri ia like mako ako I ke pili o ulu makai o kahi mau kapuai. Hiki ke ike mane I kuna o kia ka I ke pili mua lelo o kia ka mea e lua e kolu e hā lelo e lima. Mako pena pono mako e hana me ko hui me ka maikai. Pono mako e pono e oi I ke pili me ka maikai ho'ohana I nā mea hana maikai. Pono mako e hana I ka makunuki ka me ka wiki no ka mea make o kumu ia mako e hopopo I ka makunuki ka me ka maikai no ka hoi ke ike ana I ka makunuki ka. Make mako e loa I kahi kanaka epekema no ka ana mopopo maikai ana apopo ana o ka lau ka mea apo ana kupu. Make mako e hana I kahi ho'okolua lau ike I ka lo'ihi o ka manawa o ka kahi lau I oki iyo makikali kuno kamnawa loli na bukinaloy ke ikalapo. Mahalo Noe naman na.
Wa ike nui mako I ka ohia a me ka oha wai.
No kuma nui na kung ohia, loay na lau nui. No ka oha vai, nui na oha vai ma kia ho. Ua ka nui na oha vai e nui.
Have some you know about your guys' methods? Yeah. So, how would you guys determine where you would collect your youth litter from?
Well, we made that decision in the beginning of the year. There was we went up with Mukoi and she helped us. We cleaned out the area, put the square in, like all the grass, and we picked six different trees. We picked one of each tree: Pilo, Obia, Mumane, Boa, Bali, and Ohoy. And every time we went there, we would take a measurement and we'd collect the leaves in the quadrat, and then we would bring it back to class and do all the calculations.
Was there a method in determining where you would put your quadrat under the tree?
We were Kuma let us choose a little square, like just like a quadrat square, like about this big. And then we would just take the leaves from that every time we were there.
Would you place that quadrant in the same spot each time you guys went back there, or would you put
No,
it
we would,
maybe in the front of the tree?
we put flags in every corner. And then every time we went, so the only time we put a quadrat was the first time to take the square, and then the other times we didn't have a quadrat.
You had the flag.
We just had flags like, to mark the four corners, and then in that we take every leaf, and then we bring that back to class.
And then when you got back to class, you would count all the.
We would count the leaves to see how much leaves were see how much leaves are under the tree, and if we were ever to do it more on the nutrients, we could probably determine how much nutrients that leaf litter gave off.
And then you said that you separated the extras.
So the extras were like, so anything like, just grass and twigs and half leaves. We didn't count them, we looked at like a whole, we were just counting the leaves. We don't want a half leaf.
How come you didn't want a half leaf or the twig? How come you wanted to choose a whole?
The twig didn't count because it was, well, like twig and grass would never count because it wasn't a leaf. But like, you know, like broken up leaves, if they're like almost like, they're all like decomposed and stuff, we didn't want those. We just wanted the full leaves, like, just like the dirt at the end. It was like most of the leaf, we would count like most of the very broken leaves, but like super broken, like just like it doesn't even look like a leaf anymore, we would toss that in the under the trees at our campus
Why?
because it was like mulch for the tree.
No, but why did you choose not to like to only to count the full leaf and not the ones that were decomposed?
Because our main focus was on the 6 trees that we have. So we were only gonna count the leaves in there, but if they're half, we didn't want to count them because we just want the whole, not like, because like, if we were to count half the leaf and we had like 30, we counted 32 leaves, we'd have to do 32 and a half leaves, and then it would be even harder for us to like. Because then we have to do halves, and then we have to count a ton. And if there's only a quarter of a leaf, then we don't have to count a quarter of a leaf.
So, what did the results you showed were the trees height and over time, but what did you find in the leaf litter?
The leaf litter, like we would do a whole bunch of
Did you find differences among the species?
oh yeah, no, we would sort them out in different. We have this one document with how many leaves were under each tree every time we went and what type of leaf it was, and like all the dates and stuff like that.
Can you tell us maybe what was the main results from that? Did one species have a lot more leaves under it?
Well, like every other time, like the first time we went had more leaves than the other times because we would go kind of often and we'd collect them. But there was always like ohia in every area, so it was like a lot of that.
It was probably the season when we went, so it was probably a lot of ophia leaves falling at that time. And the place is surrounded by ophia trees.
Was there any difference specifically between the different species we were looking at? Did some have more litter fall than others? Say if you were to remove all the ohia, so you weren't looking at that species, you were just looking at the other species.
You guys can both answer.
We there was more of like two species like the a'ali'i and ohia compared to all the other ones. Like, or maybe like there was a lot of koa, but the koa there wasn't that many koa leaves, but they were just the biggest leaves there. So it was like the koa was actually giving more because it was like it looked like there was more koa leaves, but then when we counted it, it was like maybe like 100, and ohia there was like 300, and it was totally different.
Did you want to answer too? Did you get a sense of maybe that one species was decomposing faster than another? Like every time that you would go?
I think every other leaf decomposed faster, maybe because its structure wasn't as thick or something, so it would decompose just as fast. But the ohia is kind of thick, so it probably decomposes a little slower.
So then, going back to the beginning then, what was your overall research question?
In the beginning,
Yeah, what was your research question for your study?
Well, we didn't come up to like a really good question. We came up to like 20 of them, but then we came up with this one. Like, why would what is it for? Like leaf litter, what is its purpose in Cal?
I just have a question just for you to think about, and if each of you have an answer, that would be great. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's
what are the benefits of a leaf decomposing quickly? Or alternatively, you can answer, what are the benefits of a leaf decomposing slowly?
I think the benefits of decomposing slower, I think it will give off more nutrients to the tree because its structure or it's longer, something like that.
I think the leaves that decompose fast would be better because they would turn to dirt fast and it would be like a home for all the nutrients and stuff, all the little the bugs. So it'd be like it would be better if they decompose faster.
I would think if it would decompose slower because it could hold off a lot of nutrients in the leaves to give off to the trees.
Great answer. Did you have another idea? No? Yeah, thank you. Anybody else? Yeah, right.
Like the first time there was more, but like at the last time we had maybe 200. It's kind of a little bit compared to the other times. Maybe 100, 200, 150. Maybe the call was 60.
In the beginning when we were collecting leaves, the ohia, we counted 1,000, over 1,000 leaves under one tree.
I have another question. If you're thinking about the future and the climate is changing, right? And let's say the prediction for Keauhou is for it to become drier, less rain. How do you think that will affect the decomposing of the leaves?
I think instead of the leaves decomposing, they'll just dry out and it'll just get rid of all the nutrients. So then the only way the tree would get its energy was from the sun across the photosynthesis, but then the leaves on the tree would also start to dry out, and then the tree would probably eventually die.
I think the tree would adapt and let off less leaves, but the tree wouldn't grow that big. It'd be a smaller tree, but it would. Because the ohia it lives in different places. That one would probably adapt to another variety of ohia, and probably the whole forest would restart. I don't know, maybe.
Well, you guys are really thinking about it. That's great. You have to stay with the project now for a couple more decades.
Any other questions?
What were your observations with the leaf litter and the kikuyu grass?
Observations is that the leaf litter would kill the kikuyu grass, and it would the kikuyu grass. When you look at inside the foresty part with a lot of trees, you can see that all the kikuyu grass was dead and it was just it just died. Because the leaves was on it, it would suffocate the grass. But in the fields, there's so much grass, green grass, that it's hard for all the seeds to grow on the trees.
I know you guys had issues with measuring the tree height. Is there a different methodology you might use in the future that would be simpler?
didn't have any other like methods because that one was probably the best one we had because we didn't have to like get on a ladder and thing like that and go to the top of the tree and put a ruler all the way down. Like it was easy because we would look into this gas, this like straw thing with this paper, and it'd have the measurement things. And there was this little string with a like a weight, a little weight, like the fishing weights at the bottom. It was called a clinometer. And one of us would stop it while you would look into the top of the tree. But we didn't use it right, so we didn't get the right measurements and stuff.
There's a couple other ways that you can measure tree growth, and they might have similar methods, like measuring the main stem. Would you want to try that in the future year?
Yeah.
Might be a little bit easier.
I think that method would be easier if you ran it around the tree instead of trying to get the angle and how far you are from the tree just to get the height. Because you could probably get inaccurate results. Easier. Yeah.
Is this the first time that you guys got this up close and personal with soil or leaf litter? And if so, do you have, what are your thoughts about soil? Do you look at soil and leaf litter maybe differently now?
I look at it differently now, yeah, because before I thought leaf litter just died or decomposed and didn't do anything, and dirt didn't do anything. But now that I know that when the leaf decomposes, it gives off the nutrients to the tree, I look at it differently than what I looked at it, than how I looked at it before. Any other questions? Yeah, play. The one with leaf litter, because when the leaf litter didn't decompose, it gives off the nutrients to the tree, and if it's a thin leaf, then it'll give off even more nutrients. But if there was no leaf litter in an area where there's trees, it would only be able to get its energy and food from the sun. So it would grow way slower.
Like there would always be leaf litter because every tree has leaf litter. Like they all give off leaf litter, so there'll probably never be a forest without leaf litter. Like when you call it a forest.